Hi, Miss Jolly here with my guest speaker today, Mrs. Mayfield. Miss Mayfield is a parent and a school counselor, and she's going to help us talk about working through some anxieties that our children have been, exhibiting over the last few weeks. I've talked with some of you this week, and the changes in behaviors are really starting to come out. So what I wanted to point out is that there are two types of behaviors that you see in students with anxiety or your children. One are those externalizers, and those kids typically have physical aggression. They might throw a tantrum, start disobeying rule. Like you can really see those behaviors. They're very visible. But our children that tend to internalize their anxiety or their behaviors, some things to look for would be, social withdrawal. Are they going into their room and staying there, not really having social interactions with the family or, household relatives? Unexplained physical symptoms, nervousness, irritability. I have one of each, so I can definitely see when my kids and their behaviors change. And so Miss Mayfield is here to talk to us parents about what we can do to support our kids when we're starting to see those signs of anxiety.
So yes, there are several ways that you can support your child when they're feeling anxious or worried or even overwhelmed. And I think the first and most important thing to do is to um, let your child know that it's natural and completely normal that the way that they are feeling. For some of these children, this might be the first time that they've had these feelings or these emotions, so that can be really scary. So the more that we can normalize that for them, the better. And just like Miss Jolly was sharing, that every child is different. So what might work for one child might not work for another. So it's really about working with your child through finding those coping strategies that really works for them. Some strategies that could be used could be, writing in a journal or a notebook. This works really well for those kids that have a difficult time verbalizing their emotions, or they're just not a talker. So just writing it out. What does it feel like? What are they going through? Drawing and artwork could be a really good coping strategy, whether that's, painting, drawing. There's always music, spending time with our animals, and definitely going outside. Outside could be some of the best medicine, whether that's exercising or going for a walk or spending time. I know lots of families are getting into gardening right now. Those are great coping strategies. And then also working through deep breathing. Especially for our little ones, they tend to, breathe really quickly and really fast. So teaching them, what deep breathing, slow breathing looks like. And then mindfulness, just being really aware of those feelings, those emotions and thoughts, and not staying there with it, but working through that. And what's that look like for me, and what works for me, what doesn't. And then for some of our older children, there is apps that are available to help with the deep breathing and to work through, to help support the mindfulness, which a couple of those apps are the Stop, Breathe, and Think. There's also a calming app and a mindfulness app that are available. So there's also resources out there that can help students learn how to breathe and be very mindful and aware of what they're going through.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that. I was brainstorming in my head some things that I could be doing while you were sharing. So again, such a valuable resource to us. Thank you. Great parent, great counselor. I just can't thank you enough for your help and support today. And hopefully we can help support our kids. They need us. And we need to do the work too, So if we're having those anxieties, then we need to do the work so that we can help our kids do the work. So love that. Love you. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.